13th. Kids don't watch slasher movies these days. They fucking, the new generation, they don't. They're not watching enough slashers. That's why there's so many fucking school shootings. These kids don't know how to use a knife. What the fuck? I don't fucking... These fucking John Wick generation. Oh, someone killed my puppy. I'm gonna shoot everybody. Fuck you, okay? What happened to stabbing every kid at summer camp because you were the ugliest one there? What the fucking... You kidding me? These fucking... Why would you shoot your bully when you could fucking stab him? Why would you, you shoot yourself. That's what you say. It's quick, it's easy, you get the fuck out, come on. You're not, is no one else thinking like, I mean, the logic, I get it, but I fucking, these kids don't know cursive, they don't know long division, they don't use a fucking knife, what the fuck?
Welcome to the Jordan Leer program, 95th edition. Thank you for joining me. Hope you're having a good time out there. Hope you're having a good start to your fall, Hope you're having a good school year. How's the school year going? Is it going good? Did you get your new school clothes, show them off to everybody, your fucking Lee pipes, or did you show up with your Abercrombie and all the other fucking kids were getting all the ass because they got the Abercrombie and Fitch, and they're like, oh, this just says Abercrombie. This is the kid store. And I'm like, it's $15 cheaper. I get the $15 shirts, not the $30 fucking. Good for you. God, I had to fucking beg my parents to take me to Abercrombie, get one of those fucking knockoff Fossil watches from fucking last year. What is it, Fuck you. Fuck you. You having a good school year? You having a good start to the football season? Huh? You guys starting out undefeated, or is everyone asking why you're a junior and you're playing on Thursday nights? Why are you in the JV game? The fuck? Because there's a big team this year. I'm on JV. Big fucking deal. There's nothing wrong with playing JV and starting when you're an upperclassman. Fuck you. I hope you're having a good, I just hope it's going good. I hope someone crapped their pants at school and it wasn't you, And if you do, you need to throw your underwear away. You need to run to the nurse's office and say, hey, nurse, I'm sick. Maybe just up close be like, hey, I crapped my pants. I don't want everyone to know about it and freak everyone out. And it's what I'm known for forever. I don't miss high school. I don't miss high school, but here's the thing about growing up. It gets worse. Every social situation, you're like, high school's bullshit. It gets over. It's like, fuck, you try an office, man. You stick around there for 4 years, you're going to fucking, it's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to be ready to go. Let me spread my wings, get the fuck out. It never ends. Do you know what a nightmare is, little brother? Do you know what a nightmare is? You know when you're running away, but you can't? When you look down and your legs are stiff as can be, even though you have a murderer behind you, of all this anxiety of what the fuck am I doing with my life at this many years old? And holy shit, this isn't the first time I've even thought about this. I've thought about this for the past so many days. This isn't about me. I just hope everyone's having a good school year. I hope you're having a good start to your football season, It's impossible not to gamble. They just send you the DraftKings, the FanDuel. They give you some free money. Get addicted to this shit. Oh, man. If you haven't, mortgaged your house by week 4 of the NFL, are you really playing? Are you really playing? Sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down. It all works out in the end, okay? Don't even have a house to fucking mortgage. Don't want one. Can I say, Jordan here, used to watch a lot of the NFL. I loved watching them Pittsburgh Steelers. Didn't give a fuck about the Lions. Never did. And it's so rigged You know, the Tom Brady era and the Peyton Manning, you can fucking pass interference. You can call flags left and right to keep the scores going, and the refs have so much control of the game. You know, so many guys got busted for gambling. That fucking Tim Donaghy or whatever, the NBA guy, but it crosses over to football and everything. Anyways, it made me lose respect for the game, and I lost interest more than anything. It just felt boring to me. But let me tell you, I started gambling this year. Whew. They let you do it right from your phone. It's bad. I'm pretty contained with it. I'm placing like a $5 bet here and there. Like, that's it. But jeez, when you win, you wish you fucking put $500 down, and it creeps up on you, you know? Plus, there's nothing better than like watching the game and fucking drinking, and you're just sitting there with your phone like, you start putting money down on like the Jacksonville Jaguars for no fucking reason, just because it's the next game on. You're like, I could win. I could be a winner. I don't know. I'm just saying, I really was losing faith in American values until I started gambling, and I just have a new sense of vitality in my life, you know. You start looking down the fucking barrel of auditions and like, oh my gosh, there's not a lot of acting work out there. Michael Cera's doing commercials. Every movie star is just trying to get a shitty commercial. I'm like, I don't want to do that. But then you put $10 against Notre Dame because you just don't like that school. You don't like anyone you've ever met that like came out of there or like enjoyed having a beer on that campus. You just on the principle. You don't care. They're playing Miami of fucking Ohio. They're playing a MAC team. I'm putting $10 down on a MAC team. And Notre Dame won. They won. But let me tell you, I had so much fun just imagining, you know, people I don't like having a bad time. God bless gambling. God bless that it's legal. This podcast is sponsored by DraftKings. Because I just fucking said so. That's the bottom line. Because Jordan 316 just fucking said so. I just hope you're having a good school year. All right. I took a step away from the podcast because artistically, I've been making a film and I had to give it my full attention. And so, what I'm trying to say is everything I just said in the previous 5 minutes is a work of fiction. It was a rambling, artistic rant. Consider that a rough draft. Those aren't thoughts that anyone should ever have or agree with, okay? I don't even take a stand. What else is up? I've been a little out of the open mic scene as best I can for so many years. Last 2 or 3, I've just tried to not to be in the community. You know, I've got my friends, and I pop into an open mic here or there, but, you know, I see comics around all the time. I just, like, avoid them. Back in L.A., where I had my original fucking stomping grounds, we had a little open mic heat, and I don't know who's listening to this podcast besides my mom and my girlfriend, but you should just go to, like, my Facebook page and look up comedians on my Facebook page, and you'll probably find the drama. It's not on mine, but everyone's talking about it, about this crazy comedian that I must admit, I know, and I've even had a beer with before. I've always thought they were crazy. I didn't think they were this crazy. But apparently they had some beef with some other comic. These are all allegations. They're allegations, okay? And involved, it was so stupid and crazy and pathetic. It involved one comic possibly bashing another person's head in with a water bottle. It wasn't good. On top of that, the cops got called and did nothing, which seems right on par for Los Angeles police. Show up and be like, what? Anyways, if you crapped your pants at school, just be happy that you're not like a 40-year-old open micer that might go to jail for having no career and caring so much about some shit that no one cares about that you smack someone else in the head with a water bottle, and you can never do this stupid thing called comedy ever again because no one's going to let you. And they shouldn't. Allegedly. I don't even know. I don't agree with anything I say. Gosh, man. Between gambling and looking at Facebook and seeing other people have problems, I got to tell you, people, I'm going to last the whole school year. Like this. You guys keep this up. Send me a free $25 bet. Just put a parlay down on a couple MAC teams. All right. I'm still watching movies. That has not gone away in my life. I can't remember what the fucking last films I thought I talked about on this podcast were, but I have been to the theater. I saw a movie called Strange Darling, which I thought it was great. It's one of the best movies I've seen this year. It's this very artsy, serial killer type movie, but it's got some rock and roll when people are getting stabbed, so it's kind of like 80s in its way, but that was pretty good. Look up the fucking Strange Darling. I think was it an A24 pick? It felt like it. I saw Beetlejuice. Kind of didn't give a shit. I don't know. I'm not a snob. I like you give me all the fucking sequels. I can forget them. It doesn't ruin the original one to me, but this movie was definitely way too long with all the plots that they've come up with the past 30 years while they didn't make this movie. They shoved them together, and they didn't bring back the original fat guy because he's dead now in real life. The guy who's the medium, forget his name. The guy who plays the medium in the original Beetlejuice movie. Like, I hate to call him fat. He's not. He's a very rounded individual, if you will. Okay. Anyways, he was so good in that movie. And I looked up his credits, and I remember, he just was a regular working actor, but he was so good, he probably should have been pushed to the upper echelon, but they're just not going to give leading roles or even write parts for someone this talented. The dude had moved back to, Alabama or Arkansas, wherever the fuck he was originally from, in the early 2000s, and it was really depressing. He said he was like, I've given up on my dream, which fucking freaks me out because I'm like, you're in Beetlejuice. You had the dream. You did so much. I think he was in some other Tim Burton movies too, but fuck, man. It's just like gambling. You just don't matter how much you win, You win picking the under on the Steelers last week, and then you go the over this week, and you feel like you're smart, and you just damn it, Indianapolis. Damn it. Fucking Joe Flacco. Anyways, Beetlejuice kind of was boring. Not as boring as Megalopolis. Frank Crapola. The man made Apocalypse Now and The Godfather. He's a great filmmaker. I wouldn't give him Megalopolis a fucking mega 2 thumbs down, motherfucker. Oh, I did not like it. Francis Ford Coppola. Tarantino's whole thing about only doing 10 films and then shutting the fuck up about it, I think the guy's got a point. Maybe I should only do 10 more podcasts and call it good. I don't know. What else am I watching? I watch all these back school movies. I watch Varsity Blues every year. It's amazing. I Don't Want Your Life. I watch Loser. It's pretty good. Jason Biggs. That's the same director as Clueless and is that Fast Times at Ridgemont High? Penny Marshall? Am I totally saying something wrong? I've been to this field before. Watch Pleasantville. Pleasantville is amazing. You ever see fucking Tobey Maguire and Reese Witherspoon? They get sucked into this TV show. Everything's black and white, but then she starts giving people hand jobs, so everything turns to color. Paul Walker's in this movie. Ugh. I can't say enough good things about Pleasantville. I watched Lake Placid. Man. I went to Lake Placid. Me and my girlfriend, we went to Lake Placid upstate New York. It's beautiful. beautiful. And I've only heard of Lake Placid originally because of the fucking crocodile movie, Lake Placid. And it's also, I remember Lake Placid from the movie Miracle, because that's where the Olympics up there. Anyways, the movie Lake Placid does not take place in Lake Placid, New York. It takes place in a fictional town in like Maine or something called Lake Placid they made up. I don't know. We went all the way up there because it's fucking... Thought it'd be cool. Thought there'd be crocodile stuff, and they nothing to do. No one even wants to talk about that movie up there. Beautiful hikes. I just wish the film community would be a little stronger. I don't care if it takes place in Maine. It's cool. I don't know what I'm getting so heated over. Watch Starman. Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges, like acting like a person trying to learn, or like an alien trying to act like a... He's acting like an alien trying to learn what it's like to be a person. He's all talking like this and moving like androidish, like he's just programming. It's silly as fuck, but I think honestly it's good acting. I don't know, so watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I always watch that fucking movie. No, this, around September too. It's Sci-Fi September. I just love Ninja Turtles. One of these days I need to get I want to get the original comic book, because I've read like the first issue of it online, but I want to get my hands on it and read that whole series as they introduce Baxter the Fly and all that shit. I love all Ninja Turtles iterations. That first one's the best, but I want to see the whole world build out. I love that first three, actually. I do. I got no hate towards the third one. And if you're hating on it, well, you can get out. But Ninja Turtles has yet to be fully realized on screen. I'm just going to say that. I watch Days of Thunder because it's the greatest fucking movie of all time. I love Tom Cruise. I hope they make a second one and I'm in it. And me and Tom Cruise hang out forever. I love Tom Cruise. I watch Ace Ventura 2. That's a good movie. I watched The Creator. Fucking Denzel Washington's son, John David Washington. That's all right, man. Some of these movies, they're just too long. Where's the 90-minute movie? Where's the 90-minute movie? Like, it was pretty good, but if they took 40 minutes off The Creator, I would have enjoyed it more. I watched Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams never does it for me. I don't hate the movie. I kind of like it. I like watching it during baseball time, but it just doesn't. I don't know. It's silly. It's so silly and kind of about nothing, I know what it's about. It's about the ghost coming out of the fucking corn, but it's kind of about nothing, Kevin Costner just misses his dad so much he's having hallucinations, That's what he's eating in the corn. That's what they used to say about the fucking the Salem witch trials when everyone thought everyone was a witch. There was like ergot or some hallucinogen growing. And they were like, oh, they probably were tripping out a lot and actually thinking they saw witches in Salem. That's why fucking John Proctor, after he banged Abigail or whatever. Am I remembering that play right? Who fucking wrote that? Oh, I know who wrote it. Death of a Salesman. Arthur Miller wrote it. Read that, in middle school like everyone else, but didn't even realize I was reading one of the greats. I love Arthur Miller. I should read some more. I can't justify that. I love Death of a Salesman. I love Willie Loman. I don't understand the whole pipe suicide thing, but I love that play. I love it. Watch Fever Pitch. That's a good movie. That's a good rom-com, and it's a good baseball movie. Oh, I know I watched For Love of the Game around there, too. I must have. I didn't write it down. That's a great baseball movie. 61, another great baseball movie. Angels in the Outfield, great baseball movies. I watched 2001 Planet of the Apes. It's aight. It's just kind of boring. It's cool seeing them in actual, ape costume. You know what I mean? I watched 2 for the Money, because I'm gambling. I'm gambling my life away. Nah, I'm 50 up in imaginary money. Stick to the $1 and $5 bets. Don't bet don't have one. What's Real Steel? Hugh Jackman movie about fighting robots and shit. Directed by Sean Levy, who directed the fucking Deadpool Wolverine movie too. And it was a Disney movie too. It's a lot. I don't know. It's interesting. I thought the Sean Levy guy came out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, you could have worked with Hugh Jackman before with Disney. It's like, of course. Good filmmaker. I watched The Dark Knight last night. Oh, yeah, because it's fucking Joker week. I'm going to go see Joker this week. This Saturday, I'm going to see Joker at Lincoln Square IMAX. 70 millimeter, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Okay. So I watched The Dark Knight. Dark Knight's amazing. Christopher Nolan is amazing. Christian Bale is amazing. Everyone in the movie. Heath Ledger is... it's just so entertaining to watch his take on it. And whatever, everyone says that, but it's worth saying. But the movie's too fucking long. It's just a little too long, too. Like, it's a little too repetitive, and whatever, man. I get it. Nolan's going for this thing. But for it to be so long, some of the shit, it's just so many action scenes, and everyone's in a hurry to do something, and the fucking going down the road, blowing things up. But it's like, give me a little bit more substance, like why we're doing all the shit. Same, I don't know. It does the same with Dark Knight Rises, and Christopher Nolan's amazing. I just think maybe a co-writer with you and Johnny Boy, you and Jonathan Nolan, maybe toss Jordan in there, and I can give you a little, maybe we do this instead. Like, if you want it to be so fucking long, can it get a little more mystery figuring it out? Or I don't know. I like The Dark Knight. I love it. It's a good movie. I love Heath Ledger. I'm just saying, maybe a little re-edit. Maybe do the Jordan cut. All right, what else are we going? In television, I watched a lot of X-Files and The Outer Limits because it's Sci-Fi September. Those are just good, comfy shows. But the main apple of my eye has been The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I love these women so much. They're UFC. They are as real as it gets. I would do anything for Mary, Meredith, Lisa, Heather, Whitney, hell, even Monica, fucking Reality Von Teese, maybe one of the Angies. I would take a bullet for these women. And I would also, individually for all of them, spread rumors about the other women. And then we would all get drunk on a Sprinter van on the way up to Vail. And I'm taking the hot tub, Meredith. You can't have it. We can fight about that. And we're all going to go bust Jen Shaw out of jail. Okay? And start a big money laundering scheme of some sorts. A new one. Okay? Where is John Barlow? Where is Seth? Where is Coach Shaw? Go Utah. I should be watching more Utah. Oh my gosh, I forgot. I should bet on fucking Utah football. Coach Shaw is still the coach there, even though Jen Shaw's in jail. I love that show so much, and there's a point where you think reality shows, like, it's all fake, it's all written out, like, people are quick to say that, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. But if you actually watch culture, the way everyone's bullshitting each other to their face in reality all the time, these shows, these women really talk it out. They do, it's like you're coming over, but they really talk about this shit, and they fucking don't like each other sometimes. And they say the nastiest shit about each other's plastic surgery. Quit being so mean. I don't know. I'm just so glad it exists and gambling exists so I can make it through the school year. Documentary, I watched Chimp Crazy. Oof. Just too disturbing, too much. I will not work with chimps, okay? They look great, but they should not be around humans because they want to fucking kill you eventually, okay? Or, I don't know. Stop it with the chimpanzees. I watched In Search of Tomorrow, this badass 5-hour sci-fi documentary about every sci-fi movie ever made by the same people that made In Search of Darkness about 80s horror, but In Search of Tomorrow was good. And I've watched Sweetland, about a documentary about my hometown where fucking football is, Friday Night Lights, varsity. It's like, it is God. It is everything that people get up, I should gamble on football, my high school football. It was interesting, and it's especially interesting because I came from a small town, ain't nothing to do but this football thing. But the person that made it, this dude, I don't know, he's way younger than me, or I think he's like 8 years younger than me. I didn't know who he was. We were that far apart. It was like we had some filmmakers coming up, out of nowhere, nowhere Michigan, besides just me, I like it. Get over that fucking New York, L.A. This is the only place to be if you want to. No, I get more regional with. I don't know, man. Everything doesn't need to be so like you have to be from here to be this, and it's inspiring. It's inspiring. Sweetland. I just love seeing my old high school football coaches and being like, wow, that guy. I've seen him do some crazy shit flying off the handle on the players. And then I watched the Mr. McMahon documentary, which is I loved it because I'm just a wrestling fan, and it is not a documentary that takes down Mr. McMahon. There's like these moments where they bring up all his crazy shit, but it's overall a way to paint him in good light and put the blame on the people instead of Vince McMahon. It's a little horrifying in that way. I'm like watching this, and it's got him holding these puppet strings and the poster, and you think it's gonna be this like takedown of Vince McMahon, and by the end of it, I'm just like, guy's a fucking genius. And everyone loves him. All the guy that just says how much everyone loves him and wants his approval. I don't know, weird. And my fall reading, I've been reading the classic works of Edgar Allan Poe. I've been at Edgar Allan Poe's actual cottage, one of his fucking cottages in the Bronx for work I've been working on. This guy's creepy. And his writing is creepy. It's pretty good. I gotta say, like, some of it I'm reading all his tales and all this shit, and I don't necessarily understand what's going on, but just the I proceeded to think thus. A posterior, I don't know if I can say that Italian shit. The murderers did escape from one of these windows. This being so, they could not have refastened the sashes from the inside, as they were found fast in the consideration which put a stop through its obviousness to the scrutiny of the police in this quarter. Yet the sashes were fastened. What the fuck is that? What is a sash? I don't even know. Creepy. Married his cousin. She died in his cottage that we're working on too. Weird. The doers of the deed were material and escape material. And how fortunately there is but one mode of reasoning upon the point, and that mode must lead us to a definite decision. Yeah, he's in his head a lot. I'll come back to that. I think I enjoyed this podcast. Artistically fulfilled. That's all you can hope for in school. It's like piss your pants and play JV football. And he smacked the comic in the head with the water bottle. It's probably for the best.
This fucking town. This is just too real. I fucking work in construction. I work over here and shit. And the other day, I see like 3 comics in a row. They like don't even know me, or they don't want to know me. Fucking like Brian Bushi, fucking Sam Belinsky or whatever. Guys I've seen over the past 10 years. I'm like, what the fuck ever. And I'm working and I'm like, oh, all you fucking idiots are so rich. You fucking live here. I get it. I get it. Okay. Walking around at 1 p.m. with his fucking Snapple. Fucking, okay, mom and dad are paying the bills. I get it. Non-real job, man. Fucking. Alright. He wouldn't like the school shooter joke either. Yo, George Leer!